While you and I might take these NFL games for granted in December, there are only 2 of them left for the Miami Dolphins and other NFL teams that will be going home for the postseason. Welcome to Dolphins in Depth. I'm your host, Miami Herald columnist Omar Kelly. Joining me is Isaiah Smalls, a Miami Herald beat reporter for the Miami Dolphins. Isaiah, the Dolphins have 2 more games to go. They are starting their rookie quarterback, Quinn Ewers, for the 2nd straight game. They've got a number of key starters not playing for various injuries. Tell me why the Dolphins are not strategically sabotaging themselves.
Are not or are? Because I feel like.
Tell me why they are not.
Oh, they are not.
Make a convincing case to me why they are not.
Make a convincing case that why they're not. Oh, this is easy. Because at the end of the day, you still want to put good tape out there, right? Like there's a lot of guys from the Rasul Douglases to the Darren Waller, if he wants to play again, Greg Dulcich. Like there's a lot of guys out there that are playing not for this team, but for their next contract, right? And so it's one of those situations where if you put bad tape out there, people are going to look at you crazy. And I think it's a benefit to some of these players like a Bradley Chubb, like a Rasul Douglas, where if you finish the season, you're playing at a semi-high level and they don't see no drop-off in play towards the end of the year. It's like, okay, this is a guy that's committed, win, lose, or draw. He is someone that is going to give it his all, even when the stakes don't matter. And that, when you're on the tail end of your career, to me is a plus, right? If they know that you're not going to quit, if you're not gonna check out, you're still gonna give it 110%. I mean, look, that's all that these guys, that, as you like to say, when you're north of 30, they like to make you play for pennies on the dollar. Once you get to that age, you have to show that you're not going to check out regardless of the circumstances. Because one of the things that, even if you aren't still in your athletic prime, which I believe guys like Chubb and Rasul somewhat are, right? You can be a good mentor later down the line because teams will know that you are not a guy that is a based on circumstances guy where everything's good. Everything's good when everything's going well. But the minute, stuff hits the fan, you're like, well, man, that's why this team sucked.
But hold on, Isaiah.
Go ahead.
What's supposed to play good, hard, strong for 2 quarters? And then maybe the 3rd quarter, I'm substituted in by backups. And the team, all of a sudden, they score 21 points or 24 points in the 3rd quarter. And then I come back in the 4th quarter and play hard, but we still lose.
Yeah, I mean, but again, those are circumstances outside of your control, right? And I think any good agent worth his salt can make the case for you. That if anything, that helps you, right? Because if I'm negotiating on your behalf, and I'm saying, look, you saw what happened when they took him out in the 3rd quarter. Now, of course, the Dolphins have been horrendous in the 3rd quarter. I believe 113-27 is the margin that they've been outscored in the 3rd quarter. But the argument is, look, you take me out, this is what happens, right? And that's why you sell me. That's why the agent is going to sell you at a higher price. It's like, look, they took him out in the 3rd quarter. We saw that the opposing offense put up 21 straight. My guy's a difference maker.
Okay, so why would it benefit the Dolphins to win these games, though? If you continue to lose, you might get a top 10 pick. That's collateral, assets, value, draft points. That makes it easier for you to trade.
I think that it's more beneficial to Mike McDaniel than anyone else to win these last 2 games. I think he's the one that wants to win these last 2 games because
he should want to win these last 2 games. He should want to, unless he's been guaranteed he's going to keep his job.
Yeah, which we don't know. I will defer to Adam Schefter and those Michigan boys on that one.
They keep changing their stories though. So hey,
who knows, man? Who knows?
So, I agree with you. Mike McDaniel said something in his press conference today that raised my antennas, which was, okay, John Henry spoke to the team and basically told them how important it is to finish out the season strong. And it is important. Yesterday after the game, Bradley Chubb talked about how Zach Sealer told the team that this is exactly when I came into this organization in 2019, and this is how I made a home for myself and $50 million. These playing hard, these games, these meaningless games, I'm still fighting, I'm still kicking, I'm still clawing, I'm showing them that I'm worthy of the investment. And I will argue to you, we don't know what's going to happen. None of us do, because somebody can come on down from the mountain high. Jimmy Johnson can say, hey, I want to run the Dolphins again. Just give you an example. And Steve Ross is going to say, here, it's yours. Not that that's going to happen, but let's just say that happened. We don't know what's going to happen.
A man can dream.
I say I'm not making up any decisions if I'm Steve Ross until Tuesday after Black Monday. Mm-hmm. I'll evaluate the situation until after I see who else has been fired and retained.
That's a good point, because I think if you fire, we were talking about today in the media room, like I don't think you can fire your coach and not have a backup plan, right? Like if you're gonna fire, why would you fire him and they're without the landscape being somewhat lackluster? With the landscape being somewhat lackluster.
Do you know this franchise? Do you know this franchise?
I mean, I expect better from them than they might be willing to give me, but like that's what makes me an optimist, right? Like that's why
you haven't done this long enough, sir.
I have not reached the grizzled veteran status that you have.
If they're gonna do dumb stuff, it's gonna be done. If it's a possibility it can be done, it's gonna be done. That's just the Dolphins way. But besides that, let's move on to other topics, because we will have the entire offseason to dissect, summarize, analyze the decision-making of this organization. There are financial benefits to playing the end of the season. For instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Do you know, Isaiah, how many percentage of snaps Bradley Chubb has to play to qualify for multiple $900,000 incentives?
Okay.
Do you happen to know that?
75.
Good guess, but I could tell you didn't read my column for Sunday.
I did not. I was working on my own story. I was actually in the facility.
Oh, what you trying to say? What you trying to say?
In the facility. You know what I'm trying to say. I was inside the building. I did not have time to read your column. I apologize. I just now am getting home. I'm so sorry. Mr. Kelly, good God.
All right. I'll take that bullet. Bradley Chubb has to play 78% of the Dolphins' defensive stats to trigger all of his incentives. Many other things play into the factor. But do you know what percentage of the defensive snaps Bradley Chubb is playing, just so coincidentally?
78.
78.1. You see how that works?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Sense.
But now there are all kinds of other factors that trigger into. Remember Bradley Chubb when he took this massive pay cut that most of us thought was a massive pay cut? Well, the majority of that pay cut was put into incentives. Many multiple incentives that basically gets Bradley Chubb up to $10.9 million this year. He's already getting $10.9 million this year. So all the time you thought Bradley Chubb was a poor man who gave up his $20 million salary. No, the Dolphins gave him that back in play per game incentives, in percentage time incentive. If he played 60% of the snaps, he gets $1.25 million. If he plays 65% of the snaps, he gets another $900,000. If he plays 70% of the snaps, he gets another $900,000. If he plays 75% of the snaps, he gets another $900. But the contingency is, Mr. Isaiah Smalls, on all these incentives, and there's an incentive for sacks, which he's met a good deal of them. You know what the contingency is, Isaiah?
You want me to guess? I can guess.
Yeah. You should guess.
They have to be a top 20 defense.
They have to be a top 20 defense.
Top 20 scoring defense.
Top 20 scoring defense to trigger all these. It is $4.8 million worth of incentives Bradley Chubb has tied into the final 2 games. Mm-hmm. The Dolphins are now the 22nd ranked defense in terms of points allowed. Do you know how this team can help Bradley? These defensive players, not the whole team. The defensive player. He ain't got nothing to do with offense. $4.8 million. If I'm Bradley, I'm like, we need to shut up.
Yeah.
We need a strong defensive performance. Okay. They cannot get in this end zone. We can give up field goals all day long, but we will not give up a touchdown. $4.8 million to move up 2 spots to the 20th ranked defense in the league. Do you think that this is possible for the Miami Dolphins defense without Minkah Fitzpatrick, without Benito Jones? Who else is not playing? We do not know about Terrell Dotson, who's battling a toe injury. Mm-hmm. Turf toe is a horrible thing to play with. I don't know if you've ever had.
No. Tyrell's chest injury.
Oh, he's a chest injury. Damn, when you get a chest. Okay, so Tyrell Dotson's is battling a chest injury. We got Jordan Brooks, who is battling what injury is he? Jordan Brooks battling.
He's good. Jordan Brooks he's off. He's off injury.
I don't believe that. Jordan Brooks was like limping around the whole last game, but you know what? We're gonna fight through it like warriors. Do you think that the Dolphins can become a top 20 defense within the next 2 games?
No, not particularly. Let me just, I mean, it really depends. So obviously the Bucs are going to come out hard because they're fighting for their playoff locks, right? So it's going to be
also fighting for Todd Bowles' job. I don't know if you know that.
And Todd Bowles' job for sure, which I feel like the Dolphins should try to win because I'd hire Todd Bowles. I mean,
I don't think the Dolphins will hire Todd Bowles.
Why is that? Too hip hop? It's like, nah.
I think he's already been an interim coach of the Miami Dolphins. I think you certainly would interview him, but I don't necessarily believe that there's a certain level of comfort that Steve Ross has. And keep in mind, he's hired 2 African American coaches in a row. Don't look at me like that. You know
what I'm looking at.
Don't look at me like that. You know his father's black. Don't play like you don't know his father's black.
Go ahead, continue. Continue.
Hey, what is the 1-drop rule, sir?
Okay, I'm of the belief that if you want us, you're gonna make it clear that you want us. But that's not, let's not. This is not.
Hold on, he's gonna make it clear. The wardrobe, the clothing. What you need him to have, a crew cut?
No, okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when he was asked pointedly.
He's ambiguous. He's blended into many rooms and been, and heard many things. He falls. All I'm gonna say is he falls into the minority category. The San Francisco 49ers are getting a draft pick for him. So, or got a draft pick for him.
No, you're completely correct. I mean, he does. I'm not here to argue blackness, by the way. That's not my job anymore.
I think it was your job, and I think
it's not my job anymore. But I will say this is my last thing on it. If I ask you, are you like not where are you from? Not all that. I'm asking you point blank, Omar, are you black? What are you gonna tell me?
I'm Jamaican.
Okay, I just said put that aside.
Okay, all right. Yes. Are you black? Yes, I'm a man of color. Yes.
What? Okay.
I'm not.
Right, that's it.
I'm Caribbean.
Stop.
I am Caribbean.
Caribbean black American. Okay.
Technically, yes.
Yes, you are. I don't think the cop that will pull you over is gonna be like, oh well, he's okay. I can see the locks, so he might be Jamaican. Let me ask, and maybe we can knock him down a peg.
Yes,
you know,
I look black. Yes, that is correct. That is true. I technically am. Yes, but I'm
okay.
of
That's it.
multi
Yes, yes,
ethnicity.
we
I'm of
know, we know.
multi
Yes,
ethnicities.
yes, we know. Yes, we know. Okay, all right. But that. Thank you for answering my question, though. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
I don't want to play this game anymore. Because you're gonna open up a can of worms and we can't put it back in.
What point
I didn't even mention the Eminem. I didn't even mention the Eminem.
Hey!
I didn't even mention it. I didn't say anything about it. All right.
Listen. A lot of people like Eminem. Okay, a lot of people like Eminem. He opened up many doors for others in the hip hop community. All right. Todd Bowles. I love Todd Bowles. He's not charismatic. He's not going to sell you anything. So he's not going to sell you hope. Dolphins need sell you hope. Dolphins need charismatic. Not to say that some of the Steve Ross's hires weren't as charismatic, because they weren't.
I'm about to say the most charismatic thing I ever saw Adam Gase do is just stare at somebody, and it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't remember what the context was. I just remember him staring at somebody. It was a question. Maybe you asked, maybe someone asked. All you got.
I don't even know. I thought you were talking about his Jets press conference.
Yes, that's what I. Okay,
I love Adam Gase. I thought great personality, very charismatic. Probably still the most charismatic coach that the Dolphins ever had, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, egomaniac, but extremely charismatic. We'll see what happens if they decide to.
This is a big
if they decide to make a coach. I'm waiting until Black Monday. I got to see what's going on. I got to see what's popping on these streets. But Tampa Bay, they've got a hell of a wide receiver core, and if you're Bradley Chubb, you got some money on the line, $4.8 million of money to be in fact. I'm trying to get to that quarterback just as fast as possible, especially now that I'm facing a backup left tackle. So do you believe that they can do a good defensive performance against Mike Evans and his phenomenal rookie?
I'm honestly, I'm not sure. I know it's our job to be sure, but I've seen this team go out. And actually, let me back that up. I don't think so, honestly. I'm going to be honest. I don't think so. And it's not individual, and it's not a knock on Jack Jones and Rasul Douglas, who, I talked to Jack Jones today, and he was very honest again about his performance last week. Because I said, the secondary didn't have the best performance. How do you come out and just find out? He said, don't say the secondary. It was me. It was me.
Really? Yeah, you should write that.
It's coming. It's coming soon. Don't worry. That's my story. Okay. So,
I like that. That's ownership right there.
That's ownership right there, and you got to respect that. So to me, I think it's not going to be just about them. It's going to be, can they get pressure in the pass rush too, right? Can they corral?
Pressure applied last week to Cincinnati,
and that's my biggest issue. If you're going to allow these quarterbacks to lay back there and just pick you apart, then I can't say I have faith in you. And again, that's not a knock on the secondary. That's just that to me is putting the onus on the pass rush. Like Bradley Chubb, you're gonna have to do your big one and get there, right? Chop Robinson, you got to do the same thing. You got to do your big one and get there as well. For me, it's more so about the pass rush more than anything, right? Because that to me, when the pass rush gets home, when the pass rush makes Baker Mayfield or makes opposing quarterbacks feel uncomfortable, that's how you produce the interceptions. That's how you get the quarterback kind of knock him off his square. And that to me is what is. I haven't seen a quarterback be made really, really uncomfortable since the Josh Allen game, since the Bills game. That to me is the last time I saw a quarterback really, really uncomfortable.
Let me make this point.
Or actually no, the Jets game. But before the Jets game, before Brock, but that was just a rookie being thrown in there who, for me, I'm talking about a starting quarterback. A starting quarterback look uncomfortable. I have not seen that since the Bills game.
Yeah, you're right. I don't disagree with you. I think without the safety blitzing, I mean, without the inside linebackers blitzing, I really don't think they're getting that much pressure anymore. Now, I will say this: that Zach Sealer, Benito Jones tandem, which I think we'll get a lot of, especially with not Benito Jones, Zach Sealer, Zeke Biggers tandem, which I think we'll get a lot of, especially with Benito Jones sideline. That thing is beautiful. I love it. I want to see more of it. They can twist and stunt, getting Zach back to what he's good at. Now, however, yes, Bradley Chubb is going to play 78% of the snaps, but that still leaves 22% of the snaps to go to somebody else. And I will make the argument there is nobody else. Chop Robinson, we know, is not necessarily the greatest when it comes to edge setting, but he's a good speed demon. Now, my question is, when you bring in Cameron Good, when you bring in Quentin Bell, are you getting enough from those backups, especially now that you've cut Matt Judon?
I mean, no. Not. I would say that QB had a good player too when he. I think he almost got a sack on Burrow last week. But to me, the more intriguing option is something that was asked this week is where's Derek McClendon, right? Like, what do you at this point? What do you have to lose? Like,
yeah,
if you're trying guys, right? If you're just simply trying guys, why not throw him out there? And it's something that has baffled us since week one because I think it's just incumbent upon you to see what you have. And Mike McDaniel said something along the lines of, "Look, like he's gotten better with his hand in the ground, I believe, something of that nature." But what's stopping you from throwing him out there? That to me is the biggest just mystery. I mean, what is happening in practice that we cannot see? Because again,
if you need to get to the quarterback, I would put Derek McClendon right behind Chop Robinson as the guy who can get you there. And
above Bradley Chubb?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, pretty. No. I mean, no. Bradley Chubb could do everything.
Yeah,
better than Derek McClendon as a whole. But when I'm talking about pass rushing, get to the quarterback, I'm not sure I'm putting Bradley Chubb ahead of Derek McClendon. Now, could he be just winging it in at practice? Could he not be given? I mean, he is going against Patrick Paul in practice. Let's be real about this. But if I'm going against Patrick Paul in practice, this game should be easy for me. Because Patrick Paul is a monster. And Patrick Paul has arguably behind Devon Achane and maybe Brewer and Jordan Brooks. And I would probably tell you he might have had a better season than Jordan Brooks and maybe Aaron Brewer. Oh, yeah.
I disagree with you. You definitely have a better season than Aaron Brewer. Definitely not.
Jordan Brooks, you do realize Jordan Brooks has allowed some touchdowns, right?
Yeah. That's because Jordan Brooks can't really cover.
That's not fair. That's his specialty. Now maybe he cannot cover.
What do you mean, Jordan? That was Jordan Brooks. I thought Jordan Brooks' specialty was stopping the run.
So no, sir. No, sir.
This is all news to me because I did not know that his specialty.
Jordan Brooks just became a tackling machine. Just became one. He's been a coverage specialist his whole career. Covered backs out the backfield, covered tight ends. He's been a coverage guy, but now he's elevated his game to become like a diagnostician. Go get the tackler. But they've had. I'm not arguing against whether Jordan Brooks has had a good season. This has been the best inside linebacker season I've seen from a Dolphins player since Carlos Dansby. It's a phenomenal season, but I would struggle to name you left tackles, including Teron Armstead, that have played better than Patrick Paul in probably the last decade. And this is only his first season as a full-time starter. Just imagine where he's going to be in 4 years if he can stay healthy. Yeah. Like, we talking about $100 million player. Jordan Brooks ain't making no $100 million. No,
but that's based off of one position. We know that that the left tackles are premium in this league. I need to go back and watch some more film on Jordan Brooks because I'm trying to find this
Coverage,
phenomenal coverage guy. I haven't seen
Oh,
it, to
think
be
about it.
honest.
How many games have backs eaten you up in the passing game? Just think about it. It's probably been like one Bills game, the first Bills game, and that's probably about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tight ends were killing them last year.
No, but he's not covering tight ends this year. That mostly goes to like Minka and the safeties, and we know how the safeties are played. It's
Trader wasn't bad in coverage last week.
Who?
Dante Trader wasn't bad in coverage last week.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get better. I'm sure there were rookie mistakes that we couldn't see in there as well. I would argue to you that Dante Trader should be playing free safety 100% of the snaps, getting those looks. It might lead to probably more scores and more opportunities for the opposing defense because he's going to make mistakes. But the upside, at this point, aren't we investing in upside? Aren't we investing in getting looks at guys and positions that they're going to play?
You don't like his play in the box?
It's okay. I
think he's a really good tackler, to be honest.
What plays he made? Tell me what plays he made in the box.
Okay, I mean, like none are coming to mind right now, but I know one for a fact. He's had good tackles in the box just from trying to like prevent guys from if he doesn't make that tackle, similar to what happened with the Lad McConkey at the beginning of the year. He's now making that play, which to me is a sign of growth, is a sign of realizing like, okay, cool, like I have a deficiency. And to me, the play that comes to mind in everyone, it's the play that he hurt his shoulder on. But Rondé Gadsden in that same game, early in that game, he made a touchdown saving tackle on Rondé Gadsden. So, and there's been similar plays of that ilk where he's stopping guys before they can start. He is one-on-one with guys, and he's stopping them before they can get to that next level.
I like him. I think he's worthy of an investment. Mm-hmm. But is he my nickel? Is he my future nickel? No. Is he my future free safety? Maybe. I consider it. Why would I not be playing him at free safety instead of Ashton Davis? Like,
sure.
Ashton Davis, my future free safety?
Doesn't Ashton have a 2-year deal though?
Nah.
Someone had a 2-year deal.
Even if they have a 2-year deal, the other is an option year for the Dolphins. It's there. Trust me. I doubt either will be back at the end of the season. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out. Taj Washington is another one. D. Estridge down. We will definitely see an opening for Taj Washington to get on the 53-man roster. I don't know if he's going to handle returns or whatnot. I would love to see him get some plays because I think Taj has some talent to make people miss. Dolphins definitely need some of that in this offense. At this point, I would think that we're going to start to see more backs get into the rotation just because if you're Devon Achane, do you really want to finish the season banged and bruised up, nicked up?
That's fair.
You're already a Pro Bowler.
That's right.
You're already in position to get yourself a $50 million deal. Why would you chance getting hurt? Not to say that I want out of the game, but I think it's a nice opportunity to give others a opportunity to get some reps.
That's fair.
Just thinking out the box.
I still don't believe Ollie Gordon is 100% healthy. Like,
I don't believe that either. I've never believed that.
I think that ankle was more than they're letting on. And I mean, Jalen Wright's cool, but his vision is just sometimes bothers me a little bit. But I
100% agree with you on everything you just said.
Like my thing is this. What I don't want to happen, right, is apathy, right, to the season. Like we're in that we're not that we're there yet, but we're close. Right, because they got smacked by a Bengals team that, on paper is meh, right? Obviously, Joe Burrow, great receiving core. Tampa Bay's coming in here. Baker, great receiving core.
Struggling.
And to me, like, this is a great opportunity to really put a team that's on its last leg out of their misery. I mean, it is. It is.
It is, except for
as
they're playing for a playoff berth, and they're more than likely playing for their coach's future.
I agree, but on the flip side of this, as Jack Jones told me today, I want to send them to Cancun with us. That has to be the mindset going into the game, because
If
I
we're
mean,
not going, everybody not going.
that's what I'm saying. Like, especially because let's not act like the Dolphins aren't playing for their coach as well. I mean, regardless of how fans feel about Mike McDaniel returning, until we get that Adam Schefter tweet, that Ian Rappaport tweet saying that he's gone, I'm not believing it yet. I don't believe it yet. We know that Ross and McDaniel have some affinity towards each other, which is fine. Like, Mike McDaniel's a good guy. If he drank, he's a guy I'd want to go grab a beer with. But like, at the end of the day, it's this, right? Like, two teams are gonna come here on Sunday. One has a lot more to lose than the other, being the Bucks. Because to me, that should allow you to play free. I feel like that's what
Allow who? The Dolphins to play free?
The Dolphins to play free. Because you're not playing for anything. Like, of course you're playing for your coach. You want to put out good tape, but like, what's stopping you from? You can as my pops always like to say, like, you can win one game off of emotion, right? And maybe that one game was spent however many weeks ago against the Buffalo Bills. But why not? Why can't they find something within this team to? I want better. I'm very disappointed.
Welcome to the That's So Dolphins. Welcome. You've finally get it. You finally get it. They will let you down at every possible turn. That's So Dolphins.
Insane.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome to what Dolphins fans have been dealing with for 25 years. You finally get it. It's taken you 2 seasons, but now it's deep in your spirit. Dolphins disappointment.
Did you see the meme I posted the other day?
Which is what? Oh. I love Dave Hyde. Dave Hyde usually goes to an avatar when we get to that point of Groundhog's Day. I forget what the main actor from Groundhog's Day. He goes back to the same groundhog.
Bill Murray?
Yeah, Bill Murray. Yeah. He goes back to the same avatar, which means here we are again doing the same old thing over and over again. And I just annually wait for that avatar change. It's consistent. But what is your prediction for the Tampa Bay game?
I am going to go 27 to 13 Bucks.
I am going to go 24-17 Buccaneers, and partly because I think Todd Bowles still is a little vexed with the Dolphins, and he want to put his foot in a rookie quarterback's backside. So, we shall see. The best way to beat this team is to make Quinn Ewers a little bit uncomfortable, and Levante David is definitely no slouch for Devon Achane. That's a Hall of Fame career right there. So it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out. But I would love for the Dolphins to have some emotion and some fight. They hurt their draft pick, but that's where you get the third quarter substitutions. You can balance things out. All righty, folks. We will be back on Monday. Yeah, I said it, Isaiah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
If you didn't make 5 third quarter substitutions, it wouldn't be so noticeable. Like,
I hear you.
I mean, why Jason Marshall don't feel so much in the third quarter? Just saying. We will be back on Monday for Dolphins in depth, wrapping up what happened on Sunday at Dolphins home finale, 1 p.m. in Hard Rock Stadium.